Well, hi there everyone and welcome back to Infinity, where I am down here. You know where this is? This is my little quarrying area under the hill, a long way from home, which is somewhere over there. Now I'm down here because this quarry has quite clearly finished. It's actually finished some time ago, and it's actually got up some decent amount of stuff actually. It's got up some diamonds, quite a bit of redstone. I will nick those diamonds because they are useful. Various other stuff. What's that? Ferrous, might as well get that in. And lots of coal. Also very useful. But the reason I'm here is not to empty out a quarry, although that would be a good thing to do. It is of course to move the stupid thing, and the only reason that I'm doing it on camera is because I'm going to do something slightly different this time. Let's get these out. Do they come out with those? No. Pop. Pop. Get you out. And I assume I picked you up. I did. Get my trash can out and get my bit of item ducting out. There we go. Right, I have set up an area for the next quarry. It is simply not there, but it is here. It is quite a big one actually, so I'm just going to plonk the thing down. Just there, like that. Try and get some of my landmarks back. I shall get them back in a second. I did make up some extra ones, you might be able to tell, from when I was messing around with the filler. Hop, hop. There's quite a bit of good stuff on show on the ground round here, actually. I really should be digging it out. Now, as before, I mean, look, there is copper there. I think I have actually placed this stupidly in the chunk boundary I have, so that will not load outside that chunk. So what I'm going to have to do is put the generators just there. And put the flux duct going up like that. It's no great biggie. Now dig a bit of space out just here. I could really be using that for that. That would make a lot more sense. So as before, now I can't actually of course use the gold's chest, which would have been really sensible. But what I'm going to do is that I am going to put a chest on the top, just like before. Just like that. And what I am going to do... What am I going to do? Because I'd really have liked a gold chest on there, and I have mucked that up a little bit. But never mind. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make up some JABBA barrels. Now, if you've seen me, you know I love these barrels. They are just wood with a slab and a chest, and they are really useful. What they can do is they will only actually store one type of item, but they will store a large amount of said one type of item. There we go, that is plenty of the things. I suspect, of course, that will keep things in it. So what we can have is we can have a JABBA barrel which will only accept cobblestone, which will only accept whatever else, which will only accept something else, and they are really rather useful for that. So I'm just going to put a load on here. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to start collecting cobble and dirt, because I'm using a lot of it over in the town and it seems a bit stupid to not be getting it from here. So, bit of item ducting. Let's plug all this in. Let's turn that off. It is properly off, isn't it? Now I could put filters on these, but I don't really need to, because if I click a bit of cobble into there, now only cobble can go in there. If I click a bit of dirt into there, only dirt can go in there. So all that I need to do is pick up a sample of everything which I need, which is going to include all the basic stones. So a bit of, I shall get rid of just a bit of this just for the minute. I don't need the wheat on me just for the minute. So stack of gravel, some limestone, some marble, some andesite and some diorite, probably some flint. I can put you in there. Where is my... there is diorite, there we go. So these will each hold, as you can see, up to 64 stacks, which is a good amount. So that will be an andesite barrel, a diorite barrel, a gravel barrel. It means that my chest won't fill up quite so much. What else was I going to have? I was going to have a flint barrel as well. That's all the big things which take up lots and lots of room. What I could also have is... yeah, why not? If I've made them, I'm going to use them. Dig out a bit more space. I am going to have a barrel for those. No, I'm not. I'm going to have a barrel for coal. So that's cobble, blah, 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 and of course, blah. What else would be good to put in one of these barrels? What else takes up a lot of room in the chests? Redstone maybe? Redstone maybe? Yeah, sure, redstone, why not? Right, one redstone barrel as well, just because I can. Now, obviously, here we have these filters, these servos, which are going to suck things out of this chest. I can only tell it to suck 3 different things out. So instead, I'm going to tell it to suck everything out that gets pulled through. So now what I am going to need is I am going to need this here trash can. I'm going to put another item duct going over that, and I am going to put a filter on the trash can. And tell it that the only things which can go into here are cobblestone and dirt. That's a white list. So what will happen is when it digs up cobblestone, it will start to fill up that JABBA barrel. When that JABBA barrel gets full with 4,000 of the things, it will travel down here until it hits this, and it will go in and get deleted. It'll mean I'll pick up 4,000 from this. I can upgrade these to hold more. Everything else though will pass all of these. If I get iron ore, for example, it'll pass all these because it can't go into any barrels. It will pass this because it's not whitelisted to go into it. And it will drop into a chest, which I'm going to put here. This gets me around having to use the gold chests on this. So all that I'm going to need is none of that stuff. I'm going to need another chest or 2, or maybe 8. So if I go like that, then it will just pump it all into that chest. I don't think it actually likes pumping into double chests, if I remember. I can't quite remember. I'm just going to put another one there anyway. Do that, and if I just run them across the top, what it will do is it will fill in here first, because these item ducts route to the closest place first. Then it'll start filling up this one afterwards. So I might just as well set this one all a-going. If I can click onto the thing. There we go. Bit of this, bit of that, bit of t'other. That has power. It should all work. I'm just going to test it with a piece of ferrous. That should now get sucked out. If I have set this to automatically work. Now it's set to automatically work. Isn't it a good job I did that? Now that should pull out. It should go on down here. What I could do is put some cobble in there as well. That should end up in there. Come on, please work for me. There we go, that went into there. And that has gone into here. It's gone into the bottom because the right-hand side's the closest one. And there we are done. Now what I'm going to do is grab whatever else I want out of here and head on back home again. Okay, so we are just about home again. Coming back up here, let's have a quick look around what has changed. Obviously, this is a bit more built up now. It's quite a bit more built up, actually. Let's just walk around the front. Hello, tree chicken again. So yeah, it is still a shell, but it is quite a bit more built. This, on the other hand, is a lot more built. The pathway is coming in. Hello, mate. How's it going? It's taking forever. Yep, I have no doubt. I think you should actually. Perhaps you should have built a pond over there. You could have made like a pond and just shipped water into it. Yeah, I'll leave you to it. So, if we come in here, we can see we are starting to get floors and stuff in. And carpet, and it's starting to look a bit nice and a bit like a place. Hi, Sarah. He keeps walking mud in here. Oh, you've got new carpets in, haven't you? I'm going to be very careful. So yeah, I quite like the look of this place. If we come in here, this side is not done at all. Hey, Bill. A bit grassy in here for my liking. Yeah. I think you need to sort of clean this bit out a bit. Anyway, the steps going up, and as you can see, we have very nice rooms, actually. What are these? Chisel, smooth acacia wood planks, done with a chisel, Mars, just on acacia. They're not furnished yet, but we look like we have some rooms. They need to get some sort of barrier up there to stop kids falling through or something. I guess that's the middle bit, and this bit is a lot less done, but much the same. Oh, these are vertical, uneven acacia wood planks, which look really quite nice, actually. So yeah, nice room. I guess these are the littler rooms. Some big family rooms down the bottom. Whatever they're thinking, it's their place. I'm just giving them the land, because I apparently own it, or something like that. Let's head on back up into this way, where you can see that this causeway is actually sort of nearly done. So yeah, we have steps going all the way up. We have two little tower things at the top for, I don't know, sentry positions. They need finishing off with some slabs, but it's a nice view down. It's a nice view down into the town, actually. Bit of design work. We also have the main stairways going up here, and you can possibly see that tower up there is going up a bit more as well. Let's loop around. We have a row of grass there, which really needs sorting. I'm just going to dive into here just to pop that coal which I picked up into there. I don't know, are these all still running? They're all running, but they're all burning through acacia wood at the minute. Lots of creosote. I can start on my dreams of a railway soon. Right, let's head on up the stairs, where not too much has changed, I don't think. It's possibly just looking a little bit tidier. Do I have plenty of wood? I do. If we come up here, we can see that this hill has been flattened out a bit. You might also see that I took the trees out last time. There's a little path going through now. It needs flattening all round, but I don't have an excavator yet. Another thing is I have decided to lift this little patio area up by a stage, because it didn't really make much sense having it low down and having steps up absolutely everywhere, so I'm raising this up a level. Let's get in here, because I want to finish off looking at two more little mods which I want to be working with off camera. The first one is not JABBA, it is Carpenter's blocks. I love Carpenter's blocks. Carpenter's blocks are very easy to make because they are sticks and planks. That is where I've been making those, so can I use one of these? Here we go. So if I just make up a few sticks like that, put them in a circle and put some planks in the middle. What is it if I don't? It's scaffolding. Open block scaffolding. Interesting. I get these carpenter's blocks. These carpenter's blocks are amazing. The reason they are amazing is because you can leave them in there. There is a carpenter's block. What you can do is you can colour these blocks with anything, and it will take on the texture of whatever you have put on it. So I can, I don't know, I can make a dirt block as well. Isn't that awesome? Truly, truly awesome. Let me just get that one out. They probably come out better with, I think they come out best with an axe actually. And I am not, oh there's my axe. I thought I'd lost my axe. Now that would be a bit weird if that was all they can do, but what you can do is make them up into various shapes, prisms, wedges, all sorts of things. I'm going to make up a load of these into wedges. Wedge slopes, that's a lot actually, but I do want quite a few. Now what we can do, let's put them here. You can see we now have diagonals which have faced the wrong way. I can make a hammer actually to fix that. It is the carpenter's hammer, that one. Chisel, you can just stick them out and replace them, of course. But for the sake of 3 pieces of iron, they are useful in other ways. Was it like that? Carpenter's hammer. I am getting so much useless chuff. I'm going to just pop the ferrous into there for now. It can smelt off later. Carpenter's hammer. We'll whack that around until it's facing the right way. And it'll make it take up a lot of shapes. It's the corner that you hit it on that makes it. No, I want it. Oh, honestly. You can see you can get lots of shapes. It's easier just to take the thing out and put it back. There we go. So what I could do now is grab some acacia wood if I wanted, for example. And look, create a very nice sort of diagonal effect. Isn't that something? Another favourite of mine is the carpenter's collapsible block, which is just carpenter's blocks in a squircle. Oh no, I have run out of carpenter's blocks. The horrors. If I just quickly do that, I'm going to want a load of these because I'm going to use a lot of those. So carpenter's blocks in a circle, in a square even. Gets you these carpenter's collapsible blocks. These ones are fun, because when you whack them with a hammer you can increase and decrease their size in any way that you want, to create all different shapes. Now if I put one here, you can see how it's matched up with that, so I could, you know, create any sort of interesting shape I want basically. If I could only manage to click on the corner. Is that all the way down? That's all the way down. So I can create like a thing like that. So I could make smooth corners if I wanted to. I can make pretty much anything I want to. And of course those can be coloured as well with whatever. Pretty awesome. So I am going to be using some of these to tart up especially that down there, the railway station. Now another thing which I am going to make is, let me just put that in all the way across to make it look a bit better. There we go, beautiful, I think. Another thing which I want to make is the handsaw, which is probably not called a handsaw in this version. Is it called a hacksaw or something? Or just a saw? Just a saw. Forge micro blocks. All you need are sticks around a single diamond and you get a saw. So I take sticks like this, I put a diamond in the centre. No, it's not just sticks, is it? Some of those are stone rods. Those are sticks, those are stone rods. Stone rods are just 2 pieces of stone, and I should have plenty of stone. I do not have plenty of stone. Why do I not have plenty of stone? That is just incredibly silly. Come on, super fast electric furnace. I just need 4 pieces of stone. 4 pieces of stone made up into Let's get this out of here. Stone tool rods, I only actually needed 2 apparently. I get through so much stone, so incredibly much stone. This will make us a diamond saw. Now, the Forge Microblocks mod is really, really great. It is, however, a great way to fill up your inventory and all your chests with useless stuff. If I was to take this, pop this beneath it, you can see I can turn my acacia wood planks or anything I've got for a start into slabs. So, please just go there. So there is an acacia wood block. Here is a slab. You can see you can place it anywhere. It is half the size of the block. So you can create all sorts of awesome half-sized slabs and stuff with it. So here am I. Now those are actual proper slabs, aren't they? Those are the ones I was using to make the JABBA barrel, 3 of those in a row. Where these ones aren't. That is a planks slab. So I can cut them further down to make them even thinner into panels, or I can cut them the other way and I can get pillars. So pillars are really quite cool because you can, well, for a start you can use them to actually make steps out of any material you want. You can also actually use them to make pillars, like support plinths, stuff like that. So there will be much experimenting with this going on. There you go, we now have a little acacia wood pillar post thing. So that will be it for this episode, guys. I would play with this on camera, but I am incredibly... It's just going to be me being useless putting it up and taking it down for half an hour basically, which will not be a lot of fun. So instead I'm going to play with it off camera and show you what I've got up to and how I made it. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I do hope that you enjoyed this episode. And I do hope to see you back once again next time when you can see just how much damage I've managed to cause with these blocks. Thank you and goodbye.